Yo! What's up, GG Nation, GG Legion? It's your fella again, Straussman the GG, and the first time ever on the history of GG and Friends Spoilercast.
Spoilercast, straight away.
Spoilercast straight away.
Yeah.
We're going to do Mission Impossible Fallout, but we literally just saw the movie, just got back, done. Nitefaze has been wanting to do this for a while, and this is a great idea, so this is just going to be our raw emotions. We didn't sit on it in a day or two.
Unedited, uncut.
Uncut everything. We don't. There's no outline. We're just gonna free flow.
Yeah.
And right after this, we're gonna cut it, and we're gonna try to do another GG and Friends podcast and talk San Diego Comic-Con with you guys. But thank you so much to Nitefaze for jumping back on. Thank you guys.
Hey, thanks, man.
Thanks for and thank you guys so much. We're almost at 18K. Thank you guys so much for watching all the San Diego Comic-Con stuff, all the gameplay stuff, even the sports stuff. Thank you guys so much watching all of that. We're doing really well. Make sure you check out his channel. He's doing so well on his channel. If you want to get the best review on any movie, this is the guy you want to go to. All right.
I appreciate that.
You want gaming though? Come here. This is where our specialty is.
Yeah.
But Mission Impossible 6 Fallout. So MI Fallout is what they call it. They didn't say 6, but Mission Impossible 6 Spoilercast. We're gonna get right into spoilers, but. I'm going to take your advice a little bit and just say what you said before is we'll just talk a little bit and go right into spoilers.
Just briefly,
Just briefly, what are our thoughts? So what was your raw thoughts after seeing this movie?
Well, first of all, I need to take a breath because that had my adrenaline level like to 1,000, like over max.
Yeah, like, through the roof, man.
Through the roof, non-stop action from beginning to end. Easily, to me, this is the best in the franchise. The best action film of the year, and one of the best I've ever seen. It was well shot, well acted. The stunts, the choreography, everything, the cinematography was just done flawlessly. There's hardly a flaw with this movie at all. Seriously, it's that good. So just believe the hype. Go see it for yourself. This is easily a 10 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. I couldn't put it better. Like the pacing. It may take a little while to get going, maybe a good like 10 to 15, but once it gets going, it doesn't slow down. Pay attention to the movie for sure. There's a lot of webs being spun.
Yeah,
so
they tie in especially for Mission Impossible 5.
Yeah,
Rogue
if you watch
Nation,
the previous ones.
Because most of the previous Mission Impossibles, you could just go in fresh because there's always a new, refreshing story, but they actually did something different this time, and I think it paid off. They built upon the world and the characters, from the previous one, and they brought them over to this one. So definitely, I suggest watching Rogue Nation, but you can still go in fresh.
Yeah, like I did. I think I missed Rogue Nation. That was the one I missed.
Yeah, and they do a good job of tying in that and explaining briefly, like little exposition scenes. And those were the scenes that slowed down a little bit, but it was necessary for you to kind of pick up what's going on.
Definitely a fantastic movie. It's a 9. Go see it. 9+. Like I'd say like a 9.2. Go see it. Definitely probably the highest reviewed from me this year. I don't even think I even gave Avengers a 10 or anything. I don't think I gave anything a 10 this year because I'm starting to learn just to be, stop tossing out 10s. Like, 10 is supposed to mean something, but fantastic movie. Probably like what Nitefaze says, probably the best action blockbuster, including all the Marvel movies. This is probably the best, just in terms of what he just said, just the practical effects, the cinematography. I mean, there was probably only one scene with CGI.
That we can think of. Yeah, exactly.
Everything else was spectacular. Go see it. We're going to hop right into spoilers, so we're going to give you some time.
Yeah. Spoiler warning.
All right, spoilers.
Spoiler talk.
So, wow, where to start? So many webs in this movie. I want to talk right off the bat with probably one of my favorite movies. One of my favorite scenes right from the get go, and that was the bathroom scene.
Oh, dude, that was one of the best fight scenes I've seen in a while.
Cheers to everybody.
Yeah, cheers, guys. That fight scene was just so brutal and hardcore when Tom Cruise starts throwing this guy through mirrors, through fucking walls. It's just wow. And then
this little Asian dude, I forgot his name. It's Lang, right?
Yeah, John Lang or something like that.
Something like that. Like they're trying. He's supposed to meet up with this mistress called the White Widow, very beautiful blonde lady. That you guys know my weakness. Blondes have more fun. It's been stated on the channel several times. But this a very dangerous blonde, very dangerous. But that fight scene, just between him, not just with the Tom Cruise's character Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hunt.
Hunt, I'm sorry. I said Hawk for what. Ethan Hunt with Walker, which is Henry Cavill's character, Superman Stash. Him and then this Scott Lang Chinese character, man. Yeah. Wow. Just the fight choreography. Oh, God, I keep saying it wrong. But the fight scene between these three and how they handle it, man, it looks so real. It looks so real.
Yo, shout out to that actor, whoever that is.
That went through the window?
Yeah. The one who went through the mirrors and took a beating by Superman and freaking the Last Samurai.
I mean, Superman literally just... You see it a little bit in the trailer. You see a little bit of the scene in the trailer.
Yeah.
But the trailer really, honestly, didn't spoil much at all of this movie.
They just show you tidbits of what's to come.
Yeah. But the full scene is so beautiful because they're supposed to infiltrate. This is their mission, is to infiltrate this to get to talk to the White Widow. Mm-hmm. He was going to use his face, which is really cool. I love that, you can scan somebody's face.
Yeah. Traditional Mission Impossible where they always have, the face masks. Yeah,
and they toned down the last few Mission Impossibles. They toned down the blowing up scene with the letter or whatever. This message will explode.
It only happened once in the beginning.
Yeah,
and that's another traditional stamp.
Because it was the sunglasses, right? And then he throws it at the screen and boom, Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
This one had a much better opening because they, this one dealt with a lot of failure, which I liked. He failed a lot. He failed to get the plutonium.
The stakes were really high in this one.
Ethan and Walker are supposed to jump down from this big airplane,
doing a halo jump,
and and Walker's an idiot, asshole. I think he did it on purpose, to be honest with you. Yeah. But he's like, "Oh, you're afraid of a little bit of lightning." He just jumps out of the plane like a reckless dickhead. Gets shocked. They finally get down. They have this fight scene. He hits the guy with the laptop because he was supposed to tranquilize him, and that failed. Yeah. And he just goes, "Boom!" The chemistry between everybody was fantastic, man.
Really good.
It was so good, and that's how that scene played out. And you see some familiar faces of what's her name from the last movie?
Which one, the wife or
No.
She's
an agent for the UK.
Yeah. I forgot her name.
She was part of the squad last time.
She's played by Rebecca Ferguson.
Elsa. Yeah.
So Ilsa, actually, Elsa's from Frozen.
Very true. It's Ilsa, isn't it? It is Ilsa. Yeah.
But Ilsa
pronunciation. I'm off today. I'm just wired right now, baby.
We're just wired. We're ready to go.
We're ready to go.
But I want to touch on something like the storytelling.
Yeah, go ahead.
The storytelling is really good here. The scene with their superiors, their bosses. Yeah. Ethan Hunt is played by Alec Baldwin, and then you got Angela Bassett, great actress. She's the boss of Henry Cavill's character, Walker.
Yeah, because...
And I like how they both...
The CIA gets involved in
these CIA,
guys.
Right.
Yeah, they get
involved.
And
I like how she established how different they are when it comes to their fighting methods.
Yeah.
And it was a great segue into the bathroom fight scene.
Yeah, what did he say?
She says, you like to use a scalpel. I like to use a hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, fuck yeah.
Because Tom Cruise is notoriously a small man.
Right.
And Henry Cavill is like a 6'3" tall.
Just brute force,
And he acted incredibly well. I mean, it's great, like you mentioned off camera, it's great to see him be somebody different outside of Superman.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
He does such a good job.
I feel like he needs to take more roles like this.
Yeah, he did. This is the reason why he couldn't shave his stash in the extra scenes of Justice League, by the way. It's because he was the villain. They kind of gave that away a little bit in the trailers. Because he works with Ethan for a long time, for a good majority part of this movie.
Right.
But you kind of felt like, is he going to do...
Yeah.
Because he was sent there by the CIA to watch him.
Yeah.
But it ends up, he ends up working with another familiar face, Solomon.
Yeah, Solomon Kane. He's a villain from Rogue Nation.
Yep.
Fantastic actor, great job. I like where they took his character, from the previous one, because he was more in a power position in the last movie, and here he's more like a prisoner. But he actually got to fight in this movie.
Yeah, and he whooped some ass, bro.
Yeah, he whooped some ass. He literally held his own against Ilsa, against Simon Pegg's character.
Like we said, the fight scenes were just insane.
Oh, dude, they were just brutal and intense, like so realistic.
Like you felt it, man.
Like you felt like every punch,
every time, like even when he got through, like even when the Lang character got thrown through the the bathroom window, we were like, oh shit, like we were on the edge of our seat. We're like, holy shit.
And then him ripping out the pipe and just like smacking them with it, we're just like, what the hell?
It's in the bike chase, the car chase scene. Let's talk about that one next, because that was crazy.
It has to be one of the best like chase scenes I've seen in the movie.
Yeah,
it was done so well. The way the camera followed him, it was never none of that shaky cam crap that I don't like.
Yeah,
you got to see everything in the movie, and that's one
very clearly, like you said, you saw everything really clearly in this movie, and like he's weaving through traffic. It's insane,
man.
They must have just told the cars to slow down at a certain point,
right? But it's still so dangerous.
That, I know, it's crazy.
And Tom Cruise was doing that because the whole time he's in the bike, they never do like a frame away shot. Like, okay, let's come back to him through like this angle to cover his face. No, you saw him the whole time on the freaking motorcycle.
Yeah, if you guys don't know,
traffic.
He is a professional stuntman. He does all his stunts.
Tom Cruise.
And I give him a lot of respect for that. I used to be one of those guys that really hate on stunt people. But no, they have a legit profession. They are there to do a really specific job because it is super dangerous. I mean, Tom Cruise actually breaks his ankle during this movie, and they left the scene in. Yeah, he jumps up to the building, and you see it. It's like
you see it towards like leading up to the end when he's chasing
Henry
Cavill and jumping off these buildings. You see it like his ankle just lands on the side of the building,
and you could tell he like lips
off. You see it like curve.
Yeah, like
that was crazy. Yeah,
I don't know if they waited a few weeks. They must have because
they got lucky because. That was the last scene they had to film with him jumping and running.
Oh, so they already filmed though.
Yeah,
okay,
so
good. Because he was running perfectly.
Exactly.
That's how the Flash should run, by the way.
Yeah, none of this like
Urza Miller or what? Ezra Miller. That's how you run.
That's how you run. The running scenes are just so fucking epic in this movie.
I mean, it is so. They do have a really interesting plot point too, because bringing Elsa back into the fold here. That she's working for her government. She has to kill Solomon.
For the British government.
But she clearly cares about Ethan.
Yeah.
Ethan, kind of is not with his wife anymore because he can't be.
He can't be, yeah.
And, this interesting love triangle is set afoot. Even the scene where they, she's stalking him.
Yeah.
And then they walk into the this beautiful courtyard with trees, but they walk into the trees and how beautiful that was.
Oh, dude, that was one of the best shot scenes.
Yeah, like
and nothing was happening. It was just them, two characters interacting.
Not mesmerizing, reminiscing on stuff, and he's like, "Why the hell are you here? You were out. You were free."
Yeah.
And she's like, "You're never free. This is how I prove myself."
Yeah.
And he's like, "You could have killed me."
Yeah,
and she's like, I can't do that.
Yeah, but what I like about this movie is...
Don't make me go through you.
Yeah, I love that line. Like, ooh, badass. Should go through me anytime.
Yeah.
But what I really liked about this Mission Impossible, why I think it's the best, is because every character was not wasted. Every character has something to do here, and... Yeah, exactly. Cheers, buddy. Every character has something to do. Like for example, like in the beginning, when they're doing the exchange... Vin Rames' character, Luther, he was in peril. He was in danger. And Ethan had to make that hard choice
for that plutonium.
Yeah, for that plutonium. And that was great. Because Ethan was struggling with that, like, the whole movie.
Yeah.
Like, oh, man, I can let my friend die, but at the same time, it's like you have this choice.
I love Alec Baldwin's character, how he said, he's like, that's what I like about you, though. You'd rather save your team's life than your, everybody else's.
And interesting.
Which sounds a little selfish, but... His team is really important to him, and you can tell by the chemistry that they just all trust each other.
Exactly.
Even when they're freaking out, even with Simon Pegg's character, where he's like, "I really gotta do this shit. I gotta really do this shit."
Yeah.
And he, no problem, he does it. He goes
that's
through
what that's what I liked about this Mission Impossible the most. Is this Mission Impossible puts all the characters in some very hard decisions to make, and that's what stood out to me. I was like in the beginning, he had to decide the plutonium. Or his best friend Luther, he had to do that. It was Simon Pegg having to find the bomb, and then Ilsa, her character having to decide to kill Lane.
Yeah.
Or save Benji, you know?
Yeah.
So they had all these great moments where they had to decide.
Yeah.
You know, so the whole movie felt like a ticking time bomb. Like, it was just so good.
Another scene I really want to talk about that's really amazing to me, because I like any Mission Impossible movie, there's always twists and turns, but this one probably had the most. I mean,
this had the most twists.
Left turn, right turn, left turn, right turn, left turn.
Shit. It's like
holy shit! Like you don't know. Like, oh my god.
It's a nonstop.
But I want to talk about the hospital scene where they
they set up that one
the guy that made the plutonium bombs and stuff, and it seems so real. Like he's watching the news, all this, and then Tom Cruise is like, "Fucking, like I'm gonna beat the shit." Yeah. Like, he's really holding them back. I mean, it was acted so well, and that's what I want to give a lot of credit to all the actors, because it really felt so real. Man. Like he was gonna go through, Luther to beat the shit out of this guy. Like he's like, "All right, we'll read this. Well. We'll read this for you," and it ends up being a fake out. Yeah. He's like, "I don't understand." He's like, "We hit you a couple hours ago, asshole."
Yeah,
because they told him he was out for 2 weeks and
shit. The fake outs were so great. They even got that one guy who in real life is like this famous CNN reporter. That one guy. And I'm like, oh shit! Benji had the mask of that guy.
And they do such a great job with that. Like we talked about it earlier, because they were trying to do that with the Lang character, and they Henry Cavill broke the laptop.
They set him up. Another fake out that paid off.
Yeah.
This movie got me 2 times. And there was in the beginning with that, and with Henry Cavill's character, how they set him up too. That was
like you all know from the trailer, he ends up being the villain. That ends up being the fake out. Yeah. But they faked him out brilliantly.
Yeah.
They faked him out brilliantly. Mm-hmm. So they get to this turning point where I think they're in Paris or London.
Yeah.
And they have to give themselves up to the widow, or they got to meet up with the widow with Kane. Yeah. They get Kane. And like any Ethan or any Mission Impossible, he goes rogue. He does his own thing. He's just crazy motherfucker.
Yeah.
Sorry for our language. We're not a kid show.
Uncut.
But he's just crazy. He is crazy, man. But you need that for these type of missions. Yeah. And Alec Baldwin's like, dude, you can't do this. This is insane. He's like, sorry, sir. Injects him.
Yeah.
And you see the twist where he wakes up Kane, and he's like, he's like, why you gotta make this so effing hard?
Because you want a revenge.
Yeah, he's like, you just want the revenge, right? That's petty. I'm just trying to get, and he wants the plutonium. Yeah. And he's like, you know what? You guys are like the MMF. I think that's their name, right? The
IMF.
Yeah. IMF. He's like, they're just a bunch of characters that wear Halloween
masks. Yeah.
And then he rips, and it ends up being Benji.
Yeah.
Great fake out. I was not expecting.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit.
I was like, holy. I was like, oh.
There were so many like holy shit moments throughout this movie.
Yeah.
That were just earned. It really. Damn, they did it. The script was brilliant. The way they did all the twists and turns.
I mean, it's really an impressive movie, and it's doing really well rating wise. I hope it makes some good money.
Yeah,
and I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. If it's rated that high and it's like a 95 in Rotten Tomatoes.
It deserves to hold the box office like all of August. Seriously, nothing in August that I know of that's coming out compares to this movie.
Nothing I can think about August.
Honestly, yeah, because it's like no. This movie was the best send-off for the summer for action.
It really was. I mean, we're right at the end of July, literally July 28th, 7th, 28th right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
we're right there. Yeah.
28th. Man, just so beautifully. Let's talk about. What was some of your other favorite scenes? I apologize. I've been rambling this shit.
You're good. There was one that I really liked, and that's. Tom Cruise's marksman skills, because he did a movie.
Wow, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But that goes credit to like we were talking about, like how he just commits.
Yeah.
To every role that he has done in his career. Like for example, Collateral, where he played a hitman.
Yeah.
He actually fired a gun for the first time.
Yeah.
He did the same.
And he worked at it too.
Yeah, and
very much like Keanu Reeves and John Wick.
Exactly.
With like a lot of people don't know this, but Keanu Reeves is a professional shooter. Like he can hit targets.
And martial arts, but you know why that is, because of The Matrix.
Yeah.
Because he did that hardcore training for The Matrix.
Yeah, and he fell in love with it.
Yeah, and it carried over.
Yeah, and he kept using it. He's actually a professional gunsmith. Like he just
Yeah, and
that's why it looks so real when he fires.
Yeah, like
same thing here.
Same thing with Tom Cruise because the drawn technique that he did is the same exact technique he used in that movie Collateral, where he drew from the hip and he just gunned down all the guys like this.
That was so epic. Bro.
I was like, whoa!
I was like, I mean, one thing we didn't mention is the comedy is on point in this movie. There was a lot of hilarious moments.
Yeah.
After all that craziness with the bike chase and everything, they get Solomon Kane. They're trying to get Solomon Kane in the car. They open the door, and there's just this one lady cop right there, and everybody in the theater started laughing.
Yeah, they were just like, oh, shit.
Everybody in the theater just started laughing because it was just like, damn it. Like, they couldn't catch a break. They just couldn't catch a break.
And that's what I like about the movie. When the movie slows down to take a breath, it's
for like a second.
For like a second, it's earned. It's usually for a really funny moment or a very interesting plot point.
Yeah.
So every scene that slows down is earned. It's not a waste of time.
Definitely pay attention, though, because there's a lot of turns, for sure.
And that's what I like about this movie. I appreciate it that, they treat their audience smart. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they explain it just enough for you to get invested.
I want to dive back, though. I want to go watch all the other ones again, because it's been so long.
I'm glad I did, honestly. If you're getting into the Mission Impossible franchise for the first time, I recommend, skipping 1 and 2. 1 is a good movie. 2, not so much, because it doesn't feel like Mission Impossible. That's like a John Woo action movie with him shooting 2 guns and just driving motorcycles. But 3, 4, and 5, that's what they tie everything from those movies into this one. Like the wife, you get to meet her, or his ex-wife, you get to meet her in the 3rd one. Yep. And after that, they go their separate ways, and Ghost Protocol. They touch on that towards the end a little bit, and then 5.
I really love Ghost Protocol. When I saw that, it was on Netflix a while ago, like years ago, back when Netflix had everything. Yeah. Before movie deals and all this was in place, before Hulu was a thing and all that. Yeah. When they had, Netflix had almost every single movie. It had a lot of anime, too, and stuff. Yeah. But when they had Ghost Protocol, I'm like, I'm going to check this out because I think, I don't remember Mission Impossible being that good anymore. But then I watched Ghost Protocol, and I was like, holy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like they revitalized the franchise.
They did.
With the 3rd one, when J.J. Abrams came, and that was his first movie, by the way, and it pushed the franchise in a better direction. So that's when I got invested in it. I was like, okay, Mission Impossible 3 was really good. I really enjoyed it. This is what it should be. Then Ghost Protocol took that and just upped the ante.
I mean, there were so many beautiful scenes, but this, like, Nitefaze said this off camera while we were done with the theater. Yeah. It combines, Ghost Protocol, Fallout, not Fallout, I'm sorry. Rogue Nation and 3 all in one. Yeah. And this movie has it all. It just has every single thing. Man. There's really no gripe. Like, the only gripe I could really have with this movie, personally, is I think a lot of people will have a problem with the slow start. But to me, I don't think it was a slow start. I think it was a good enough info and everything.
I was
hooked from the get-go.
I was hooked. Like, I was captivated the way they started off.
Wasn't bored once.
Yeah, wasn't bored once at all. It's like, I find that impossible for you to be bored in this movie. But what they did differently was there was never like a dream kind of sequence in this entire franchise. So that was refreshing to see him actually have
hallucinate that a lot.
Yeah, but it rings true to the characters. Yeah. Especially leading up to the end.
Because he can't really have a normal life.
He can't. And then especially when in the end, when you find out that she moved on, that she already has a husband.
Dude, that hurt, bro. It hurt everybody. The whole team was like, oh.
But I love that. I love that they, because I thought, okay, he just had her in hiding this entire time.
Most people would be like, oh, this is my new husband. Motherfucker!
Yeah. You're a piece of shit! I came first!
That was empty, folks. Don't worry. I'm sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, but it's like, because you see these previous movies and you think, like, okay, his wife is in hiding, he's protecting her, but she's still waiting for him. You're thinking, okay, she's still waiting for him, but no, she moved on. Because that's real life. Sometimes people just move on, unfortunately. And
honestly, it's not fair for her, him to be gone all this time.
Exactly. And for her to keep waiting.
And he knew what he was doing. He did that to protect her, Yeah. But then, there's the twist. The guardian angel is, obviously Henry Cavill.
Yeah. Superman himself.
Superman. He's like, I'm gonna kill her, bro.
Yeah.
If I see you again, I'm gonna kill her.
Swirling his mustache, like, I'm gonna kill her.
And he might not ever act again after that. That was great makeup, by the way. Great. That looked so real.
Yeah, we got to see Superman turn to Two-Face.
Yeah, like oh shit, that had to hurt. Like in real life, that would hurt so bad. Yeah. Well, obviously, this was a movie, but like if you really want to be nitpicky, you can nitpick the shit out of this movie. Like, oh, that's not real. Like, dude, it's a movie. Get over it. Like,
me personally, I don't see how you could, because I feel like
just some of the scenes, like the helicopter roll, like you'd be dead.
Right? Yeah, but see, that's the thing. The crazy
and when the car hit him, with the bike,
right?
Realistically, you're dead. Right. Your neck's broken.
But
that made it so cool.
Right. But
man, it looks so real.
That's the point. Like, I would make an argument to this movie is the exception. Like, you see all this insane shit happening on screen, you think, there's no way. But the way they ground the film, the way they shoot it, it feels real. It feels real.
Honestly, the human body is really remarkable. We have survived so many traumatic experiences.
Right.
You hear people surviving, a 1,000-meter jump, stuff like that, and surviving like no problem. No problem. So it's really, really interesting. I mean, that's if you really want to be nitpicky. Here on GG and Friends, we are not nitpicky.
Nope.
This movie is really fantastic. Yep. Let's talk about the final scene, and then we'll get into
the helicopter sequence. Yeah.
Yes, that was such an amazing way to end the movie.
Oh my God, that has to be one of the best action sequences. And a lot of people.
What did they use? A GoPro or something? Like
I have no idea. Maybe they use like those IMAX cameras, like hanging over.
Yeah, they had to use a very expensive camera because it was so beautiful. You could tell that was really inside the helicopter.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this, and this is a huge compliment. That was some Christopher Nolan level shit right there.
Yeah.
Because you remember The Dark Knight Rises with that Bane sequence with the airplane? That's what it felt like.
That opening sequence was really good.
Right?
That movie doesn't get enough love. It's getting a lot of hate now because it's older now.
Yeah,
But Dark Knight Rises was really good. I really enjoyed that movie. I still enjoy Dark Knight Rises.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It takes a lot when someone passes away and you have to change the whole script.
Right, yeah.
It takes a lot for that to work out. But that helicopter, oh my goodness, like the cinematography... The angle, I mean, this beautiful mountain. I don't think it was actually Kashmir though, or whatever.
No, it has to be some other place with a ton of mountains.
Yeah, it was really beautiful though. You could tell they were legit there. But it wasn't that country though. It was Kashmir, right, or something?
Yeah, that's what they said.
Kashmir. Like, but it was. They had. That's where the movie ends. Again, we're in the spoiler part. You should have known this by a long time ago. But, man, that climax where they have to find the 2 plutonium bombs. Right. They got to get the trigger from Henry Cavill. And he's like, dude, I got to go. I'm going to go on the helicopter. Like, how the hell did you get to... So he's on this helicopter climbing up, which is super insane.
He uses his grip. And
it's legit him, too. God. Like, it's a legit him camera.
It's all Tom Cruise, yeah.
Like, it's... Like, again, like, if you want to be nitpicky, that'd be so hard to survive that. But... Man, it was beautiful.
Now when you're Tom Cruise.
It was so beautiful. Yeah. Like, it was so beautiful.
Dude, that sequence had me on edge. I was like hyperventilating. I was like trying to take my breath in because I was just on edge. Like, what is going to happen? Like, the way it was shot. Like, dude, oh my God.
And then, when he pulled out, Superman, Henry Cavill,
Walker,
he pulls out that gun. You're like, oh, I heard you beside me, like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Like,
he's like, Jesus got my bullets.
And he just pulls out this light machine gun and just starts hammering. Man, it was craziness. The only other small complaint is the ending fight with him and Ethan was a little lame. Lame.
It felt a little rushed.
I agree.
It felt a little rushed.
In these 15 minutes, there's no chance in hell that was 15 minutes.
That's true, yeah.
These 15 minutes, and they show you so many different angles of the fit, because everybody in the crew is doing their own thing. Yeah. Elza and Benji are fighting Solomon, and that was a great scene, too. I mean, God, he threw her through tables and shit, like, oh my God.
He strung up Benji on the news, man, trying to hang him.
I mean...
Dude was savage. Oh, my God.
I give Tom Cruise a lot of credit, because he was one of the producers with JJ and quite a few others.
Yeah.
But the man knows how to do action movies. I mean, it's phenomenal.
He is a fucking legend. That's why I respect him so much. Despite what you may think about him with his Scientology, him jumping on couches.
That is a little weird.
Yeah,
but,
him jumping on Oprah's couch. Let him jump on couches.
Yeah.
You've earned my respect, good sir. You jump on any couch, any damn plane. You jump wherever the hell you want. I
told Nitefaze this story. Go check out the Joe Rogan podcast. They talk about this story. So some actor invited Tom Cruise to a Super Bowl party.
Right.
And Tom Cruise could be socially awkward because he's just so dedicated to his craft. And he's a little bit of a weird dude. Like, no offense to him. Like, we just talked about the Scientology and stuff. Yeah. We're going off a little bit of a tangent, but story time, kiddos. This is funny. So he actually comes to the Super Bowl party. Yeah. And, these guys are talking about their wives and, like, what it's like to be married. Yeah. And Tom Cruise comes over. He goes, you know what's really good about a wife? Fucking them. And me and Nitefaze would laugh our ass off. But these dudes were like, whoa.
But you know what? Like,
so shout out to the Joe Rogan Experience. Go check out his podcast. Yeah. It's hilarious them talking about Tom Cruise.
But you know what? Like, with him, like, it makes sense that he would be socially awkward. Mm-hmm. Because I feel like he's just a person that just commits to the craft. Well, 100%. That's all he thinks about.
Here's the other side of it, too. Like, they explained the good parts of him, too, where he'll read a whole script in an hour and get back to you immediately. Yeah. Most actors will not get back to you for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
They're like, you know what, I'm going to sit on this a little bit.
Right.
He's so dedicated that he wants to know. And there's another part about the Joe Rogan podcast where they're talking from one of the guys from Matt TV. I think it's Brian Caliendo or something. Brian something with a C. And if you've seen him, if you watch Matt TV, you know who he is. He's a comedian. But this movie never released, but he ended up doing him and Tom Cruise and a few others were reading the script for this movie that they were supposed to do that never came out. And he was like, man, the man is so dedicated to his craft. Like, he looked at me like we were family, we were brothers. He wanted to know each one of us what we thought about the script and how it could get better. Yeah. He's like, we thought we were going to be boys and stuff. It was super funny. And he's like, oh, well, apparently not. You're not in the new Mission Impossible. They were ripping him about that, which is super funny. Right. But, he's a really, like Niteface says, man, the guy is dedicated. And it shows, bro.
Yeah, it shows.
The trust the directors and the stunt coordinators, everybody have in them to do this. Because this is super dangerous stuff, bro. This stuff is... I don't want to wake up and be like, oh, shit, he's dead because of a stunt. Yeah, that'd be, stuntmen and stunt women have their place. A lot of people make fun of them, including me back in the day. But they are there. They are very important to a movie getting made. They are super important. They put their lives on the line, and they should not be made fun of about that.
And Tom Cruise is a great representation to that fact.
Because he is a professional.
Yeah. He's a professional actor, but he never uses stuntmen at all. He believes he's a
he's a professional stuntman too.
That's what he integrated himself in.
That's what makes him so unique. A lot of people don't have
because
that.
You watch like the first Mission Impossible, the very first one from '96, and that was really one of the first times he actually tried doing the stunts. Yeah. And he actually was like, you know what? I like that feeling. As crazy as it is.
Some people love the adrenaline.
Yeah, the adrenaline, like being a daredevil. He just carries that over to every movie, and it shows. It shows.
That's why the guy is so dedicated, so incredible.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sorry. So that was the ending, and of course he finishes like any Mission Impossible. You and me were laughing about
this. Mission accomplished.
Yeah. But no, they were climbing up the cliff. It always ends with a damn cliff. Yeah. They were climbing up the cliff. And he ends up getting the detonator and turning it off in time and all that.
But you know what?
Do you think there will be a... Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No. But I was gonna say that when I was laughing at that part, it was mainly because of Mission Impossible 2, because that movie starts off with him rock climbing.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
You remember that? So, and a lot of people, that's their least favorite Mission Impossible. They would talk shit about it, saying like, "Oh, that scene does nothing for the character," and I like that they kind of carry that over here.
Yeah.
That the rock
had a purpose though. Like he had to go grab the detonator.
Like the rock climbing techniques that he did in that movie carried over here, and that's how he was able to survive.
And we won't spoil how Walker dies, Henry Cavill's character, but man, he dies brutally. horribly, brutally. Like I said, the only small gripe is that ending fight scene was not super fun.
It ended very abrupt and quick. But I will argue the fact, if you want to nitpick on that fight.
Yeah, time is at the essence, right?
Time is at the essence.
We can't have a cool fight scene.
That's
right now.
one. And two, the dude had half of his face burned off.
Yeah.
So he's not in his prime. He's not coherent enough to really be in a fighting type, mind stance. So,
It's, do you think, this is what I was going to ask you, and we'll end it here. Do you think there's going to be a 7, though?
If there is a 7, I'm there.
As far as we know, there was no after credits. We just bounced.
Because that's not how it is. It's not trying to be like MCU, which I appreciate.
What if it is, though? Because they are kind of connecting them now.
They did have Superman in it, so you know.
And he did such a good job.
Yeah,
I mean, he did such. I was hoping he would return. So apparently, it looks like White Widow might return. Maybe, I don't know.
And then also Angela Bassett is his new superior because Alec Baldwin died. Shout out to Alec Baldwin, by the way.
He did a good job.
He did a good job. I like the fact that
spoilers.
How far his character came into this one, because in the last film Rogue Nation, he was against the IMF. He was actually trying to bring down Ethan Hunt, but here he had like 100% trust in him that he was able to lure out Henry Cavill's character. But the way he died and everything was very fitting.
That was the big singular line in this movie too, was trust, like trusting your team. He trusted every single one of them.
Right.
And to a fault.
Yeah.
Even Walker.
Yeah, even Walker. Yeah.
He trusted him to a T. He's like, he saved his ass a few times, but he's like, I'm gonna trust you to get it done. Yeah. Even though you're kind of an idiot and an asshole.
Yeah.
But again, he's really not. I think he just did some of that stuff to be like a dick.
Yeah.
But I think there will. I think this movie is going to be really successful. It's getting really great reviews.
Oh, yeah,
I think there's going to be a 7. I don't know where the hell they go from here, because that shit was insane.
That's exactly the point I was going to make, is how are they going to top this one? Because this one is easily the best. The best one. How can they top it? I do not doubt, Tom Cruise and his team and Christopher McQuarrie.
I think they're gonna do. I think there's a high possibility though.
I feel like they
money talks.
Yeah, I feel like they will make another one. It will be great, but not as great as this one. That's just because the bar has been set so high.
I agree. It's hard to be better than this one.
Yeah. It's like, with Infinity War Part 2 coming out, it's like, how will they top this one?
It's really interesting, like you said, it's just, what could they really do? Then again, that's why we're not in the movie industry, because if we knew that answer, we would be working on that movie right now.
Yeah, again, I like to commend Tom Cruise. The man is pushing 56. The guy must be a god or an alien, but there's a golden god here. So I'm going to go with a fucking alien to look like that and be able to do these death-defying stunts.
You can talk as much, BS about him as you want, but man, he 100% commits to his work.
Exactly.
And it shows. And this movie, seriously, guys, go see it. Like Nitefaze says, the perfect ending of this summer. I don't really know what's going on in August. We don't really know.
There's a few movies that
September we'll be back for Predator Spoilercast.
Predator,
for sure. But man, there's also some interesting stuff in December, like you said, with Battle Angel.
Oh yeah.
Bumblebee, and then Aquaman all on the same day.
December 21st will be an epic day in film history, because you got 3 huge blockbusters competing: Aquaman, Bumblebee, and Alita: Battle Angel. That's crazy. I still don't know. I think
Aquaman will probably do the best, money-wise, commercially.
Right. Okay, but the struggle I'm having is, which 2 movies am I gonna see on opening day first?
I feel like
it's between Alita and Aquaman for me.
I think you go Aquaman and Alita. Alita. If you guys don't know, Battle Angel Alita is a manga. It's a manga that James Cameron wanted to do since Avatar 1.
Right.
Avatar 1 was what, like 2012?
2009.
I mean, it was super. We still don't have Avatar 2 yet. Like,
right.
But when he did the making of Avatar 1, he talked about how he wanted to do Battle-Girl. Yeah. And now the fact that it's almost here, brings almost some tears to my eyes as an anime fan.
Right.
And you know, a lot of people are like, you know, like they'll never get live action anime right.
You'll see.
But a lot of people said that about superhero movies in the 90s.
Exactly. Look where we're at now.
And now they are the number one thing in the box office.
Exactly.
And they'll eventually get it right. And I think the cast here is so impressive. They seem like they're respecting the source material enough.
Yeah.
I trust James Cameron. He has an eye of things. He's been wanting to do this for so long.
Yeah.
The fact that, you know, he's not directing it. He's only producing it.
Right.
You know, he's having Rich Rodriguez do it.
Robert
Rodriguez.
And he directed Sin City, so...
And he's really good. He's a really good director. Him and Quinn have a really good friendship. They do a lot of movies together. They did that Grindhouse movie together.
I love that, yeah.
But it just makes me really happy to see the effort put into this movie, and I think those two. I hope it does really well. I really do. To be honest with you, the Bumblebee trailer looked good. Yeah. I'm a huge Transformers fan. I just told you this. I watched last night on Hulu, and I was like, what? Like, I'm a huge Transformers fan. I will die with Transformers, but only the first one was good. Only the first one was good.
I agree. I lost interest after like Revenge of the
Fallen. Yeah. Like it's which was the second. Which was the second one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and I watched all of them. I have been loyal. The only one I did not go to the theaters was last night, and then I just watched it, and I'm just like, there's just no point to it.
Yeah.
There's just no effing point to the movie.
No point to it. But I feel like Bumblebee...
This one, it has more of a story-driven scene, you can tell.
Which I really like. Yeah.
Driver and, you know, like in the first movie, Sam and Bumble.
Right, and it's just step into the right direction.
Is this a prequel, though?
This is definitely a prequel, they said. This is a prequel.
It seems like it because
it's taking place in the 80s.
Older model.
He's the bug car, which is callback to the original Transformers.
Yeah.
That was Bumblebee's model, that car, which I really like. And I feel like this movie will be a step into a refreshing and new direction that will work.
Yeah.
Because they're paying tribute callbacks to the original Transformers.
Yeah.
Which they should do, and they kind of ground the story. You know, you don't have to make it this big action, Michael Bay nonsense spectacle, because that's where it's...
Simmer down, Michael Bay.
Yeah, simmer down with your...
Make Turtles right.
Please, you know.
Please, you know.
Yeah.
Well, we'll end it here. I mean, anything else you want to talk about Mission Impossible?
It's one of the best action movies ever made.
It was
people
really
compared this to Mad Max Fury Road, and I don't know if it's on that level, but I would have to say possibly yes.
Yeah.
Because I can't think of another epic action movie, but besides like Marvel. I'm taking comic book movies in general out of the equation, like a wholly original action movie.
Yeah,
which just ranks up.
Which we used to talk, 12 years ago, that used to be the thing, the Mission Impossibles, the Titanics, big blockbuster movies. Yeah. Now it's all Marvel movies now, DC movies, right? Comic book movies taking over.
And that's what I appreciate about this film so much, is to this is basically...
To combat that.
To combat that and basically say, yes, a wholly original movie like this, a franchise like this, can compete with Marvel, can deliver an action blockbuster this good, so damn, like Mission Impossible just floored
Go see it. It's incredible. We're gonna stop it here, and we're gonna do another Golden God and Friends podcast and talk about everything San Diego Comic-Con. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. Did you guys like this movie? Did you guys go see this movie?
Let us know. Make
sure you go subscribe to this guy's channel. He's the number one when it comes to movies. It's him. Nobody else. Go check him out. Any last words, Nitefaze?
Go see it, and this movie makes me want to go running.
Your fella, Strassman, the GG. Nitefaze.
Nitefaze.
We outie.
We outie.